Today we're going to read Medi Teddy, A Mindful Yoga Journey by Apple Jordan, illustrated by Nicholas Hung. As we read this book, pay attention to the yoga poses that Medi will be doing along his journey. Medi Teddy, A Mindful Yoga Journey. Medi Teddy woke up from his long winter's hibernation. It was the first day of spring. Medi couldn't wait to go outside and explore, but Mama Teddy and Papa Teddy were still sleeping in their beds. Snooze. I'll just go for a short walk and be back before they wake up, Medi thought. He tiptoed out the front door. Medi paused in the warm morning sun. What a beautiful day. Mama says the first thing I should do each day is greet the sun, Medi said. He took a deep breath and stood straight and tall. Then he set off to enjoy the spring day. Does anyone see the yoga pose that Medi is doing here? That's right, mountain pose. Medi hadn't walked very far when he ran into his friend Dog. "Hi there," said Medi. "Beautiful day for a walk, isn't it?" "It certainly is," said Dog, excitedly running ahead. "Slow down, Dog," Medi called after him. He bent down to smell some violets on the path. "If you go too fast, you'll miss the good things in life." Dog stopped to smell the flowers too. "Good idea, Medi," he said. Now what pose is Medi doing here? That's right, downward dog. As Medi made his way through the forest, he came upon his friend Beaver. She was busy working on her new lodge. "I'm trying to put these twigs on top," said Beaver, "but I can't reach." "Maybe I can help," said Medi. Medi reached as far as he could, stretching high on one leg. He was able to place the stick on top. "Thank you, Medi," said Beaver. Do we recognize this pose, boys and girls? That's right, tree pose. Medi had walked a long way when he saw Frog sitting on a log. "Hello, Frog," said Medi. "What are you doing?" "I'm listening to the breeze blowing by," said Frog. Whoosh. "Maybe if I sit like Frog, I can hear the breeze too," thought Medi. Together the two friends sat in silence. When Medi opened his eyes, he felt relaxed and quiet. What pose is that, boys and girls? That's right, seated twist. As Medi walked through the forest, he paused to appreciate the budding trees and flowers. Medi watched a butterfly fluttering by. Now we all recognize this pose, don't we? Butterfly pose. And the clouds drifting slowly across the sky. Medi didn't want to miss a thing. What pose is that, boys and girls? That's right, happy baby. Soon Medi came upon his friend, Hedgehog, who was sitting glumly on a stump. "Why the long face?" asked Medi. Hedgehog was taking his own hike through the woods, but he had made a wrong turn and now he was lost. "Do you remember anything on your walk that might help you find your way home?" asked Meddy. Hedgehog shook his head. Meddy could see his friend was worried. "Let me show you what I do when I forget something," said Meddy. He kneeled on the ground with his arms stretched out in front of him. "Take a deep breath and focus on what you're trying to remember." Hedgehog copied Meddy's pose. Then they both took a deep breath through their noses and let it out slowly. Do you recognize this pose, children? That's right, child pose. "I do remember something," Hedgehog said excitedly. "I stopped to have lunch at the waterfall." He took out his map from his backpack. He studied it with Meddy. "There it is," said Meddy, finding the waterfall on the map. "And there's your house just beyond. When you find the waterfall, you'll be almost home." Meddy lunged and pointed Hedgehog in the right direction. Does anyone recognize that pose? Yes, crescent lunge. Meddy realized it was time for him to go home, too. As he made his way back, he passed Fox's den and stopped to say hello. "What are you up to?" Meddy asked Fox. "I've been making fresh strawberry jam all day, but now I have to move all these jars into my pantry," said Fox. "Here, let me help," said Meddy, taking a jar and passing it to Fox. Together, the two friends worked until the job was done. What pose is that, boys and girls? That's right, Warrior Two. Meddy continued on his journey and came upon Snake resting on a sunny rock. "Hello, Meddy," said Snake. "Where are you off to?" Meddy explained that he was on his way home. "I have to get back to my parents so they don't miss me when they wake up." "I'm going in that direction," said Snake. "Why don't I join you?" The two friends made their way down the rocky path together. Snake and Meddy came upon a fallen tree that was blocking the path. It was too big for Meddy to climb over. Snake slithered easily underneath. "Follow me, Meddy," said Snake. "You can do it." Meddy laid down on his stomach and wiggled under the tree. "You're almost there," said Snake encouragingly. Meddy wiggled a little more, and then he was through. Now I know all of you children know this pose. That's right, it's Cobra pose. As he made his way home, Meddy thought about the wonderful things he had seen on his journey. The birds, the butterflies, the flowers, and the trees. And he thought about his many friends throughout the forest and how each one helped him appreciate his new spring day. Meddy felt peaceful. When Meddy arrived home, Mama and Papa were still asleep in their beds. Meddy couldn't wait any longer. "Mama, Papa, wake up," said Meddy. "It's spring!" Okay, boys and girls, let's try to do some of these poses together.
Meddy is doing mountain pose. Now you guys give it a try. Now Meddy's doing downward dog. Your turn. Now Meddy is doing seated twist. Give it a try. Now Meddy is growing tall like a tree in tree pose. Give it a try. Now sit down with Meddy and do butterfly pose. Meddy doesn't want to miss a thing, so he lays down on his back and does happy baby pose. Give it a try. Meddy, Teddy, and Mrs. Paul are going to do child's pose. This is a great pose to help you calm your body and your mind. Now join Mrs. Paul and Meddy in crescent lunge pose. Now Meddy is doing Warrior 2. Give it a try. Now Meddy and Mrs. Paul are doing Cobra pose. Your turn. Thank you for joining us for a story and movement with Mrs. Paul and Meddy Teddy. See you guys soon.